What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Six-Man Blitz episode. Got my co-host, Mr. Ryan Wynn, today, and we're ready to talk some NBA talk, playoff talk, Lakers talk, Bulls talk, anything basketball, a little bit of Jalen Hurts too, but got a great episode for you guys today. How you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. It's almost NBA playoff time. I think we got like a week and some change before the playing game starts. So stuff's about to get real exciting and interesting here in a second.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. And the Bulls are no longer involved in the play, and so I'll enjoy it much more.
Absolutely.
But let's start off with, my one NBA question and my one NFL question for you. Which one do you want first, the NFL or the NBA?
Let's do NFL first.
All right. Jalen Hurts. There's some smoke about him. An article came out. It came out during April Fools, and I thought this was a prank. But apparently, there's growing concern about him. This potentially could be a make or break year for him. Another report about, him changing plays when the OC is calling good plays and stuff. Just sounds like a lot of baloney, but it just sounds like he's not fucked with in Philadelphia. You think this is his final year with the Eagles?
No, I don't think this is his final year with the Eagles. And I'll also say something else just on that report about him changing plays and stuff. I think every great quarterback changes plays at the line of scrimmage. And I think the OC and head coach, when you are a great quarterback, especially a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you give your quarterback the leash to do that. Matt
Mhm.
Stafford does it. Mahomes does it. Josh Allen does it. So I don't understand why it's a big deal if Jalen Hurts does it. So, but no, I don't think this is the last year with the Eagles. I think he'll be with the Eagles for a long time.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, this is a guy my next question for you. How many teams do you think he would start on among the league? Now, maybe there's like 10 teams, or you got like the Bears, you got a franchise quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs. You think about those other teams, but then there's probably like at least maybe 15 teams that would want to upgrade at quarterback. You know what I mean?
I think more than 15, maybe 20 teams.
Mhm.
It's really like the top 10 quarterbacks, like, and then maybe like a splashing like another two. Like, would the Titans take Jalen Hurts over what they got right now? Like,
It's an
why
interesting
why
question.
would
Yeah.
they? I mean,
Yeah.
Cam Ward hasn't done anything. I'd even argue like a team like the Packers would take Jalen Hurts on. I know that would be a good debate though. Like Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, would he like be good in that system? But um, yeah, I mean, 20 teams at least would welcome Jalen Hurts with open arms.
Yeah, this is a guy that won a Super Bowl, and people want to, give him flack for the Super Bowl. He got carried, all this stuff. In the biggest moments, Jalen Hurts made the play. Regardless, he's a good leader. He is somebody that can be a franchise quarterback. Just what he's been working with in Philly, a couple great rosters, but last season, coaching staff, you still have a poor OC. Your head coach is not the best. He's not good at one single thing. We don't know what Nick Sirianni's good at.
He good at
Um,
talking shit.
that's what I'm saying. But he ain't Dan Hurley, like a good coach. He's just has that mentality, that arrogance. Um, so I think it's a little more on. Some of these dudes look like they trying to save their ass in some of these articles about Jalen Hurts that I be seeing. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, dude, look, Jalen Hurts he's got a Super Bowl, and how many quarterbacks in the NFL today can say that?
That's what I'm saying. Even if you
What,
put like,
two?
yeah,
Outside of him, is it just two? Three with Aaron Rodgers?
yeah,
Come on,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers, Mahomes, um,
And Stafford. That's
Stafford,
it.
yeah.
That's the list. That's the list.
There's some quarterbacks you might think that are better than Jalen
Carson
Hurts.
Wentz.
Yeah, there's some quarterbacks you think that are better than Jalen Hurts. You throw them on that Eagles team that won the Super Bowl, they still lose to Mahomes. You know what I
Easily.
mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna glaze and defend Jalen Hurts like he's better than Burrow, better than these other quarterbacks. When all right, he's a fringe top 10 quarterback, top 15 quarterback at worst, but he's still a guy, in my opinion. He's still somebody that can get the job done. So that all the reports coming out about him, all the hate he's getting, think it's crazy. But heading to the NBA question, I've been seeing this debate. I saw Dwayne Wade getting his feelings about it a little bit when Pat Bev was bringing up his opinion on it. But James Harden versus Dwayne Wade debate. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first and foremost, respect to both of them. Like I love both of them. D Wade was one of my favorite players growing up, and Harden, like I could honestly say, like I modeled my game after him, just being left-handed.
Hmm.
Um, both of them are great, amazing players, amazing talents. I would lean towards D Wade, not individual basketball player, like especially offensively, like that's James Harden, but basketball is more than offense.
Right.
Um, and Harden, I'm not gonna lie, like the stuff that he's done, like he's like top 10 in scoring now. He's got like over 8,000 assists. Like his career will single-handedly, like he is a Hall of Famer, no question asked. But D Wade got 3 rings, 1 Finals
Yeah.
MVP. If Harden could somehow just get 1 ring, because I really do think rings matter to a degree. If Harden could get one, just one, before he retires, then I would change my answer.
To Harden.
Offensively, just straight getting buckets, James Harden, no questions asked. But if we talking about taking a team to the pinnacle and winning a championship, which is what basketball is all about in the NBA, I mean, it's D Wade.
Yeah, D Wade did that. Who was on that Heat team other than it was him and Shaq? No,
Shaq, Alonzo
Alonzo
Mourning,
Mourning,
Gary Payton was on that team. They had some James Jones was on that team, I believe.
James
Udonis
Jones.
Haslam was on that team. They had a solid team, but I don't think anybody picked them to win,
Yeah,
especially with D
underdog.
Wade. I think that was only like his 3rd year in the league, and that matters. So like, we have to talk about that. And then again, I don't want to shit on Harden and talk bad about him, but like in the biggest playoff moments, like he hasn't been
Yeah, he's
himself,
choked.
which sucks because individually, like if we're just looking at what they've done individually as individual players, like
Mhm.
I might lean towards Harden. He got these scoring titles. I mean, he's averaged damn near 40 points. He changed the game with the step back.
Yeah, his
He made the
peak is
beard
crazy
cool.
too in Houston.
Yeah. I mean, James Harden was like, it's James Harden. We can't sleep on James Harden could also pass a guy like Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list. Like he
Which
can
would be
do it. Like
crazy.
it's
Yeah,
possible. So like credit to him for sure. But again, like you got to get one. You know what I'm saying? One chip. You know?
I think a chip in Cleveland would go a long way if he's able to do
Yeah.
that with Donovan Mitchell and that group. But yeah, I mean that Golden State Warriors opportunity, like taking them to Game 7, just being the biggest like opponent standing in their way. The winning definitely does matter in this case, and that's why you're gonna give it to Dwayne Wade. But it's closer than people think.
Yeah, it is.
If Harden gets that ring, like you said, it might get crazy. It might get dicey.
Just need one, man. You got to get at least one. D Wade got 3, and one of the 3, he was the reason. You know?
So that's what I'm saying. So that one next to the three, it would be like one for one, I think, in my opinion.
Right.
Uh, but moving forward to the rest of the NBA talk and the rest of the NBA for the episode, your Lakers, bro. It seems like somebody got a voodoo doll on their ass or something. Somebody just taking bodies out. What's up with that? How
Yeah,
you feeling
man.
right now about them?
It's disappointing because they were one of like 3 or 4 teams that were like trending, and you're like, okay, this is one of 4 or 5 teams in the NBA that can win a chip. The way that they were playing, they went into OKC, man, and just from the jump, man, like they were just getting beat down bad. And obviously, Luka and Austin Reeves both go down in that series, so it's unfortunate. I like to see what LeBron is doing without
Yeah,
Luka and AR. Like it looks like he's back in the form. It looks like he's ready to take on what he can, man.
playoff
But at
time.
41, man, what can you expect from him to do it all? You just can't.
Yeah, and it's just
Fucking Jake
tough.
LaRavia.
It's tough you got him. It's just tough the pieces he has. Hachimura is probably the second option. I mean, DeAndre Ayton,
Yeah,
I
cheeks, cheeks.
you can't count on bro to you get second option hoops. It's just we're gonna see how great LeBron is. I definitely think though, if you get a first round playoff matchup, maybe like against Houston, I think
Yeah.
Minnesota. I don't think you want to see Minnesota,
Mm-mm. You
but
don't want to see
Houston,
Minnesota, no.
I think you could take care of them. I think it would be close enough.
I think the Lakers can compete with Houston without Luka and Austin Reeves. Do I think they'll beat Houston without at least one of them? No, I don't. Not in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
But they can compete. They can get one, maybe two without them.
Mhm.
Um, if Luka's there, I have no worries about them beating the Houston and
Could they win? Could they
Luka.
win 3 straight games if Luka come back?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
They can. Dude, Houston, one thing about Houston is when it gets to be about 3, 4 minutes left in the game and it's a 8, 9 point game, they don't know how to finish the game. They
Yeah.
don't. They need a big lead in order to come out on top. Like, for example, they just played the Warriors that last night. They were up 15 with like 4 or 5 minutes left. And the Warriors actually took the lead by 1 with 30 seconds. Like, they got lucky. They hit
Yeah.
a little game winner before on the play, but it's just like they've been doing that all season. They are one of the worst teams in the clutch in the league this year.
And it got me thinking, like, maybe Ime Udoka could be getting cooked. Maybe he should be getting canned for this because, like, the offense is not what it's supposed to be. Too Kevin Durant centric and reliant. I know they got some limitations, but
I would give them some grace, because one, they don't have a point guard.
that's true.
A-Man Thompson is not a point guard. He's playing point, but he's not really a point. Um, they lost Steven Adams, which Steven Adams is huge. Like, believe it or not, he is huge. The way that he keeps balls alive, his paws, he does everything that he has to do, like for that team, like with that big lineup that they run. Um, and at the end of the day, like they needed a point guard. Like they should have probably went and tried to get Chris Paul or something. Like they really should
Yeah.
have, because that's what they're missing.
That would have been a great piece for him, a veteran. He played 82 games the last season, so he would have been fine.
They
Um,
started.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for the Lakers, moving back to them, who do you think could be that X factor for this team to hold it down? Somebody that you think could step up.
Luke Kennard for sure. Like
He
yesterday, he had
had
a
a
triple
triple
double.
double.
The X factor, like the person that they absolutely need to play well to win is Jake LaRavia.
Yeah.
Like he has to play well for them to win. He's getting wide open shots. He's airballing. He's is short. He's fouling a lot, sending guys to the free throw line. They are relying on him to play heavy minutes right now because of his ability to guard, I guess.
Mhm.
And he's getting wide open shots. Like he has to play good. I think Rui will show up regardless with his shot attempts. He shoots a very good percentage, especially from the mid range. LeBron is LeBron. He just got to take care of the ball. And then DeAndre Ayton is trash. I think we all know that. We don't have any hope for him like helping this
Yeah.
team. But Jackson Hayes has been like
Jackson
really
Hayes
good for
hooped off the
them.
bench. Yeah.
He's been awesome pretty much all season, like an energizer bunny off the bench. But Jake LaRavia, in my opinion, him and Jackson Hayes are the X factors for the success of the Lakers while Austin and Luka are out.
And hopefully if you could get Marcus Smart back and hopefully,
Of course, I didn't even say him, but yeah, he's a great piece, 100%.
he's gonna have to be scoring, bro. He's gonna have to tap back into his Boston days when he, was a little more of an effective scorer. But I think, yeah, I'm not gonna count LeBron out. This would be his greatest task yet. Damn near. But with the Lakers, there's got to be concern though about players returning from this injury. Last season,
Yeah.
three motherfuckers went down. Tatum, Halliburton, Dame. He's going to Europe. Luka's going to Europe, but in your opinion, is it worth the risk?
Yes, I think it's worth the risk. For both, for Austin Reeves and Luka. Um, because it's not an Achilles. It's a hamstring. It's an oblique. Like them guys that are it's I don't think it's something that like if you hurt it, you can't rehab and be back by the start of next season. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So I think they should risk it. Like Luca, like get out there, F it. Like the worst thing that could happen is you injure yourself. You got a grade 3 hamstring injury and you're out for 2, 3 months. Guess what? You're gonna be out 2, 3 months anyway.
yeah. Go have
So
a nice off season. Luca, like, and it sucks because he was going on such a tear, bro. Looked like the MVP.
historic.
Like he was going crazy. Austin Reeves too is having a great season. I think isn't Austin Reeves have a better shot to come back before Luca?
Luca is Luca Austin Reeves is 4 to 6 weeks, and
Okay.
I think Luca is also 4 to 6 weeks. But Luca's going to Spain, and the treatment that he's getting, they're saying that could cut the 4 to 6 weeks in half. So
Yeah.
he could potentially be back in 2 to 3 weeks. Austin is probably out. the first round of the playoffs, if I had to guess.
Damn.
Um, at least to game 5-ish, maybe, minimum, whereas Luka could maybe come back game 1 or game 2, best case.
Damn. He needs some drugs Paul George was taking, bro. Then it'd be
Oh,
straight.
yeah.
uh, but now the
Per P.
Lakers, the Lakers, it's going to be a tall task. But if you get Houston, I think anything's possible. I wouldn't count things out. Do you think Luca though, with should he still be up for awards? You know that whole debate that's going on. And he's really trying to fight that because the season he had, he should be all NBA. He should be up for MVP still.
Yeah, I have a different opinion about this.
Okay.
So, I'll go with Luka first. Should he be up for awards? I think the fact that he did miss 2 games for the birth of his child, I think they should consider it, like, 100%. But for, like, Cade, for Ant-Man, I say no, simply because you cannot you cannot just be missing games, like, it comes back to haunt you, like, the load management, the
Yeah.
injury management, that all comes back to haunt you, so the fact that they were missing those games, I mean, you gotta just play, if you can play, you gotta suit up and play.
Mhm. And that's what I mean, the rule is good for some cases. I mean, obviously a guy like Joel Embiid that can't be out there for more than 40 games is tough for him, but yeah, there has to be some kind of thing to lessen load management, because it's hurting a lot of things deeper in the NBA, the average fan, going to a game on a day and you're not seeing any of the stars because of load management simply when they can play. So I'm big against that too. Um, in the case though, yeah, I think Luca has the best argument. Hopefully things go his way and he's able to, get that back, especially for
Yeah.
the birth of his kid. Let's switch over to another historic franchise that might have some juice. Now, Steph Curry, 29 points in his return. He looked good. Al Horford, I think it could come back. Quentin Post, those two big men. Porzingis has been decent. Curry has his brother Seth Curry playing. Does this Warriors team have enough to get into the playoffs, not just the play-in? Because they're gonna be in the play-in regardless what happens the rest of the games.
You tell me, do they have enough, Micah? And if your answer is not "Hell no," then no, they don't have enough. Absolutely not. Oh, dude, they might not get out the first game of the play-in, like, the West ain't sweet, like,
They got to play Portland, the Suns
mm,
too.
it
Maybe,
depends, like, they might have to see the Clippers. Portland and the Clippers been going back and forth. There's still 3, 4 games left in the regular season, so it just depends on where it all shakes out. If they have to see the Clippers, there's no chance at all. If they have to see Portland, I give them a puncher's chance, but Portland has been a team that's been playing together all season. They were my dark horse team in the beginning of the season. I named them to be a play-in team this year. Um, look, Steph is great. He hasn't had an opportunity to play with Porzingis. Al Horford has not played. Draymond has been awful, in my opinion. Steve Kerr, this has not been his best coaching season.
I
I
don't think
don't
so
think the
either.
Warriors get out the play-in. So to think the fact that we're talking about maybe they get to the playoffs, I don't think so. No
Mhm.
chance.
So yeah, they're right now sitting right at the 10 spot. Clippers have the 8th seed. Suns have the 7th seed right now. If they could just face off against Portland, I'll give them a shot. Like you said,
Give me a
I
shot.
think they could knock off Portland. I think they could beat the Suns. But Jalen Green and Devin Booker have been hooping. Dylan Brooks is back too. Steph Curry, when he's going, and it's crazy, missed like 25 straight games, and it looked like he didn't
Come
miss a
back
beat.
killing.
Didn't look
No, I
like
didn't.
he didn't miss a beat. So I'll give him some grace. I do say this because I want to see OKC versus the Warriors. I want that to be the 1 seed versus the 8 seed. I know they might get butt raped, but like I think the Warriors, there's still some magic and some juice for them in the playoffs. 5-game series.
Man, let me tell you this. If the Warriors somehow magically got to 8 and they had to see OKC in the first round,
BTA, I know.
this might be the first time that the series don't even make it to 4. They might stop that shit at 3. I'm not joking. They might be like, "This is it." Like they will rest Steph Curry game 4. They gonna
Yeah.
get 35, 40 piece game 1, 2, 3. They're gonna be like, "All right, Steph, we shutting it down."
Yeah. That's
That's
what
what
I
I wish
thought
they
that
did.
that's what I thought they were gonna do, with, his injury, but they brought him back, still had a shot with the plan or whatever, but I think the Warriors still could have some type of chance next season.
I
Jimmy
hope
Butler
so.
comes back, Kristaps Porzingis. I'm interested to see what happens with them in free agency, but I'm never gonna bet against Curry, man. This guy's different.
Dude, the NBA is better when Steph Curry and the Warriors are relevant.
That's why I wanna see it, man.
As much as I hated Steph and hated the Warriors, 10 years ago when him and LeBron were battling, I hated him. Love
Yeah,
him now, but hated everything he was about on the court because he was just beating the hell out of LeBron every year. But the league is better when the Warriors are good. So I hope that he makes it out. I'll be rooting for him,
me
especially versus
too.
OKC, because if the Lakers are the 4 seed, and they ain't healthy, they ain't gonna beat OKC. So I'll be rooting for the Warriors to beat OKC, even though
And
it's not really possible, in
yeah.
my opinion.
I would want just a great playoffs front to back, But speaking
Pause.
on yeah, speaking on playoffs, what are some playoff matchups you want to see? Let's start off with the East.
With the East, man, I would love to see in the first round, which I know it wouldn't happen in the first round,
Okay.
but I would love to see the Celtics versus the Cavs.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, that would be a hell of a first round matchup. The only way that would happen is if the Cavs fall to 5. No, 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 the Cavs would have to go to 3. They would have to get up to 3 and beat out New York. They would have to see each other in the second round. That's my favorite series to see if it was possible. But thinking more realistic, like which series like can actually happen, I think Philly versus the Knicks in the first round, that could happen 6-3.
That's
That
what's
would be a
slated right
dope
now.
series. That would be a dope series to watch, and I think Philly would have a chance to take them boys out.
Oh, I
Joel
think
not gonna
I
play.
I might take Philly, bro. I might
Yeah,
take
Philly and
Philly.
6.
Because the last time these 2 teams played, I think Embiid was on, he was, his body was broken down completely. Maxey, what he, dropped 60 in one of the games and shit. It was a good playoff series.
Yeah.
They didn't have the firepower they have now. Paul George is hey, he's cooking, bro. He looks amazing. Um, so I would probably lean Philly in that series. I
Yeah, me too.
The series I wanna see more, though, involved with Philly is them versus the Cavs in round 1. James
Mm,
Harden versus you gonna be calling Daryl
versus
Morey a
Embiid.
liar. Um, that is a series I would wanna see, and I think that's a bad matchup for the Cavs.
Yeah.
I think Philly is a team nobody wants to see in the first round. The Cavs or the Knicks, those 2 teams don't wanna see. Um, and I think there's a legit path if the Sixers see the Cavs, what is it, the 4 or 5 seed, those 2 teams, and then they play Detroit after that, then there's real chance for Philly to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Not out the works, not crazy, but this Sixers team is dangerous. Paul George has been playing well. Like I said, Joel Embiid, when he's on the court, he's dropping 30. Like, he don't even got to be healthy. And if he can be on the court, he's going to make an impact. VJ's had a great season, been the 3rd best rookie this season, make an impact offensively and defensively. Kelly Oubre, Quentin Grimes off the bench, like that combination. And Maxey is giving you 30 a game on some nights. So Sixers are dangerous. I'm back on my Sixers propaganda, but I do want to
Yeah.
see them versus the Cavs the most. That's my series I want to see the most.
Yeah. I mean, you had Joel the MVP, you had Maxey the scoring champion, you had Quentin Grimes 6 man of the year, and
Yeah.
you had VJ the rookie of the year.
I was
You was
glazing
all
the
in.
hell out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Uh,
love them.
so I'm back on my Sixers hype train. I think that'd be a good series. Another one I want to see. I think we'll be in agreement with this. This is probably one of the better 1 versus 8 matchups we would see in quite some time. Hornets versus Pistons, and I need to see some brawls.
That's my hot take, man. That was my
And
hot take.
Hornets might win that shit.
That was my hot take. So now you can't even ask me what my hot take is. I'm gonna have to think of a different one. You getting there too early.
My fault, bro.
No, I didn't. I purposely didn't say that now because I was gonna save it for the hot take. But
Okay.
the Hornets, dude, Cade ain't healthy, and we don't
No,
know
he's
if
not.
Cade will be healthy. He got a collapsed lung. Like we don't know what the timeline is on that. Um, the Hornets, if they get to 8, they can beat the Pistons. They can. The
Yeah.
Hornets are the second, maybe third best offense in the NBA since January 1. Like they are legit now. I don't know what's clicked with them, but they can beat Detroit. Absolutely.
And yeah, I think they can too. The defense that Detroit has is nice. Darius Jenkins, Tobias Harris, like that. Pistons got pieces, but without that star, Jalen Duren's gonna put up 20 points. I think he's been really good as of late. But if you face this team without Cade for maybe one or two, 3 games, who knows how it is. I think the Hornets could steal at least two of those. So steal
Hey,
probably two of those, and then
let me tell
then
you
it
something
gets
else.
dicey.
Let me tell you something else. The Hornets crowd, who has not
Yeah.
had anything to cheer for forever, they will come and they will be loud. It's gonna be real home court advantage if the Hornets make the playoffs. Guarantee that.
And bro, this is a deep team. Kobe White off the bench, giving you 18 a game off the bench now, like shooting really well. Khan, I mean, LaMelo's been a really great playmaker this season. I've seen somebody who's like, oh, you could beat the Hornets by just letting LaMelo shoot. Don't let him be a playmaker. LaMelo still get your ass buckets. Had 30 yesterday or the other
Off one
day. So
foot.
and Charles Lee has done a fantastic job this season, bro. This team has real energy. This team has real juice. Brandon Miller, like you could go on and on about this team. They've been damn near the best team in basketball since January, bro. Teams ain't putting the numbers like this team. So I think they have real juice, and I think they could get to the second round. If things fall their way at this matchup, anybody they face in the first round, they're going to be a tough out for. And then getting into the second round, the Knicks, I don't think you want to see the Hornets. I don't think these other
Mhm.
teams want to see the Hornets in the second round if they could get past Detroit.
Nope. Nobody does.
Cinderella team.
Agreed.
So that's a matchup I'm excited about. And I think there's going to be haymakers thrown. Isaiah Stewart getting off the bench, clearing it to just suck up on somebody. Um, but no, I'd be really excited for that series, and that's a series I would watch every game for. The fans would be fed. The last Eastern Conference series I got, Boston versus Orlando. I think it would be decent. It'd be decent.
Decent. I love the Celtics. Orlando's kind of boring. Very physical, tough team, but boring. Not really explosive offensively. I think every matchup is going to be, TV ratings worthy, if you will.
Yeah,
That one's not my favorite, just because of the style of play Orlando has is kind of, you know,
yeah.
it's just there.
They got some work to do. This has been a really down year for them. I could see them
Yeah.
getting swept though, to be honest. Like just really
Likewise.
in and out of the playoffs. And if they're in a position where it's the Hornets or them to get into the 8 seed or 7 seed, they could get bounced for real. I think you said that too not too long ago. Um, what about the West? What are some playoff matchups you want to see?
So now that the Lakers, since they look like they'll probably finish at 4, maybe 5, because of the schedule that they have left, Denver will probably finish 3. I really like Denver versus Timberwolves in the first round.
Oh yeah,
Um, I think that will be probably the best to watch, in terms of like the talent on display. Jokic, Jamal Murray versus Ant-Man. We know Ant-Man ain't backing down to nobody. He sent them home a
hell
few
no.
times. They sent him home before, so it'll be good to watch. And then my second one, of course, is if it pans out 4-5, Lakers, Houston, LeBron versus KD. We've never seen a LeBron versus KD outside of the finals before. So now we
Cool.
get to see LeBron and KD play against each other in the first round, which would be nice. Did they ever play Lakers Suns? I don't think they ever played, did they? In
No,
the
I don't think
playoffs? I
so.
don't think
Cause
so because Ant-Man sent them home in like 4
yeah,
games. He was yeah. So I think this will be the first time LeBron and KD will actually play against each other in the playoffs, and it wasn't in the finals.
that's an underrated one. That's a good one because seeing those two together, seeing those two face off, and I mean Kevin Durant, this is a series he needs for his legacy. You can't get sent
Yeah.
home. I know you're limited resources, but you can't get sent home. With Jake LaRavia being second option. So yeah, I'd be tapped in. I'd watch all 7 games of that. Minnesota versus Denver, I think that has potential to be a 7 game series. Jokic, I mean the performance he put up against Wemby. I mean, he's making shots only he can make. You know, that turnaround, step back, like that dude. That shit was peak. That game was amazing too. Both guys look great. So yeah, Jokic, who would you give to the edge to in that series?
Between the 2 and 7, between the
Between
Spurs, you
Minnesota,
said Wemby.
no,
Uh,
between Minnesota and Denver.
I would give it to Denver because they're gonna have home court advantage. And dude, that the Denver team, like as a Lakers fan, my team is the Lakers. They're gonna win it all. But in reality, I think the Nuggets really are the ones that got it. Like they got it. They got it.
They have the pieces too for the playoffs. I think that's a team that's going to play a lot better in the playoffs.
But
You see
yeah, hell
Cam
yeah.
Johnson, these guys are going to play better. Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway's been shooting 40% off the bench. Valanciunas of rotational big. But Minnesota, something about Io, something about Bones Highland, those Turbo Twins guys getting activated and fully healthy in the playoffs. You see uh, Nas Reed, Jaden McDaniels, that's a big X factor. Will Jaden McDaniels be healthy for the playoff series? I know he's dealing with some kind of injury. Where he's on the outskirts. But I like the Timberwolves. I think I would lean them in that series to get it done just
Really.
because how much they elevate themselves in the playoffs. I know the experience, the championship experience for Denver, but I want to see Minnesota get it done. If the Lakers, LeBron, Luca, those guys, if
Mhm.
those guys can't get it done, give me Minnesota.
Facts. I agree.
For the Western Conference, I want to see Spurs versus Clippers. And you know who I'm taking in this.
The claw.
Hey,
The
his
claw.
former team, bro. He gonna try to send him packing. That's a nightmare for them.
I agree. Dude, Kawhi don't mess around, bro. He's amazing. Darius Garland just adds another flavor, a little bit more touch to the team.
I think
The
so too.
team looks excited. They look ready to go. They've been locked in since they start off like 5-16 or something like that. Um, I honestly would pick the Clippers to upset the
Me
Spurs,
too.
just because of the lack of playoff experience the Spurs have. If the Spurs go and spank the Clippers like they're supposed to, um, then I would actually think that the Spurs have a chance at the title. But I don't think the Spurs can beat the Nuggets, and I
I
don't
don't
think the
think
Spurs can beat the Lakers either, or OKC.
if the Lakers are fully healthy, yeah, no. So yeah, the Spurs, I don't think they have the amount of battle tested you need. Victor Wembanyama is a nice piece, but De'Aaron Fox has kind of been disappointing as of late. I don't like the type of production they're getting for him. And then you're asking Stephon Castle, and Wemby to take you home. Those two guys to be your guys. Castle's played great this season. Wemby, he's had great performances, but like you said, Denver, I don't think they could beat Denver after what Jokic put on against Wemby. It was kind of little bro shit. It was kind of some little bro shit. Like I still run shit. You know what I
I
mean?
don't. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I already knew that like D Fox wouldn't really work for real, and I mean, people might think I'm being dumb. Like, dude, they're the second seed in the West. Like, how are you gonna say D Fox isn't working? Steph Castle's their point guard.
Yeah,
He's their point guard, and De'Aaron Fox is not a two guard. Like that's just not his game. He's not. He doesn't. He can't maximize his potential at the two guard. If they, if the Spurs could plug in an actual two guard in that spot, I think they would be a little bit better.
I think so too.
So yeah, I just don't see D Fox as a long term solution with the Spurs. I honestly would say I would think that he would probably be traded at some point next year.
In the
Uh,
offseason.
Maybe not in the offseason, maybe as the season progresses next year. I don't think he'll be a part of the team. I
Yeah.
really don't.
And it's about finding what fits. You look at like, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, some of those guys, like whoever's not fitting, use them as assets. Let's get
Mhm.
better, more complementary pieces. But yeah, I think the Spurs, they've been a great regular season team, but in terms of the playoffs, I think Minnesota could knock them off. I think other teams could be a bad matchup, and if the Clippers face off against them, which I think that's what's going to happen, because I think the Suns will lose to the Clippers in the plan. I'm taking the Clippers. I'm taking Ty Lue. I'm taking Brooke Lopez, a guy that's won a championship before. Him to come alive in the playoffs. Chris Dunn being a guy that's gonna disrupt things with Castle, disrupt things with the point guards over there. Even Benedict Mathurin, a guy that was on a playoff team with the Pacers that went all the way off the bench, who was
To
averaging
game
20 off
seven.
the, yeah, averaging 20 off the bench. This is a really good Clippers team that their record is not indicate their record doesn't reflect how good they really are. And Kawhi, this is the best Kawhi we've seen. So that Clippers team knocks off the Spurs, in my opinion.
Arguments.
And who would they face after that? Would they face?
Denver or Minnesota.
Oof.
Well, technically the Lakers, or um, yeah, technically the Lakers at 3 or Minnesota. But I really do not anticipate the Lakers keeping that 3 seed, and I'll tell you why really quick before we pivot. The Lakers and Nuggets, they're tied right now. They have the same record.
Yeah.
The Lakers have the tiebreaker. So if they finish the same record, Lakers are above. Lakers have 4 games left. Denver has 4 games left. Denver plays Utah, they play Memphis, and they play Portland. You can damn near you can give Nuggets all 3 of those games, okay? The
Yeah.
Lakers have to see OKC again. They have to see Golden State. They have to see Phoenix. Okay, so I can say the Lakers might win one of those 3 games. I don't know who that 4th game is, by the way. So I'm going to say that the Nuggets will finish the season right now 3-1, and the Lakers will finish like 2-2, maybe 1-3, which means the Lakers will drop to 4.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you either drop to fourth or fifth. I mean, shit, I would let Denver have the third seed because they got to match up with Minnesota.
And
But
look, if Luca and AR are healthy, I wouldn't mind playing Minnesota in the first round because we're gonna beat them. Then we got the Spurs in the second round. But if you're telling me AR won't be ready until maybe the second round and Luca's gonna be 75% in the first round, you might just want to play Houston and then have to live against OKC in the second round. That's just
right.
your reality.
And so, yeah, I mean, if Minnesota goes on a run these last 3 games, they have a chance to catch you. Yeah, they have the Pacers, Orlando, Houston, and the Pelicans. Pelicans trying to win a championship. Never
So
forget.
Minnesota can only finish as high as 5, but they could finish as low as 7. The Lakers cannot finish any lower than 5 right now. The Lakers could lose the rest of their games. They cannot finish lower than 5. That's the lowest that they can finish.
So yeah, I think they got a date with destiny with the Rockets, which
Yeah.
is would be perfect for them.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
So yeah, I'm hyped for that. Those are the playoff matchups we're excited about. Those the storylines we're following. But like talking about 2 players that we touch on a little bit, Darius Garland with the Clippers. I've even seen some crazy comparisons. People saying he looks like a young Steph Curry. He's been taken up to another notch. I think with the Clippers, the ball handle's been there. His shooting 3 percentage is amazing. He's averaging 20 a game. He's been exactly what the Clippers thought they were getting. And this best case scenario, been healthy too. So I'm excited to see what he's able to do in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on Darius Garland right now and with the Clippers?
What did I just say about De'Aaron Fox? I just said that De'Aaron Fox could not reach his full potential because he needs to play point guard. What position is Darius Garland playing with the Clippers?
Point guard.
He's playing point guard. When he was on the Cavs, Donovan
He's a
Mitchell was
shooting
bringing
guard.
that
Yeah.
ball up. Donovan Mitchell was bringing the ball up. He could not reach his full potential because he's playing next to Donovan Mitchell. So with that being said, Darius Garland, he's feeling free. He's able to play his position. He's able to bring the ball up, facilitate the offense, get Kawhi involved off ball. If he was able to do that more in Cleveland, he would have been better and have more production. I think that his fit is better with the Clippers because he can play his natural position. Ty Lue has coached Kyrie Irving. Ty Lue knows what it takes. He can put Darius Garland in a position to be very successful at that point guard spot. And it's showing right now.
And it's nice to see Darius Garland play to this level. It's nice to see him, have the ball in his hands. But then, him and Kawhi too, they have a great relationship. It looks like they're pairing very well together. Kawhi in the game-winning moments, he's got the ball in his hands, and sometimes he's even giving it to Darius Garland. And I think
Mhm.
Darius Garland and Brook Lopez, that's been a nice synergy within that too. So this has been a home run get for the Clippers. And still having the ability to maybe get a top pick, things, fall your way instead of the Pacers. I think he could be a future star with them. What is your thoughts on the ceiling with him on the Clippers? Could he be, an all-star every year with them? Well, it's the West is more packed with all-stars and shit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't know about the All-Stars just because, like you said, the West is like super packed. It's going to be tough. And you also have to keep in mind that as long as him and Kawhi are on that team, Kawhi will always be the all-star of that team, so they would have
Yeah.
to get 2 all-stars from the Clippers, and that's not typical unless it's like somebody like a LeBron and Luca, Devin Booker and KD. Like Garland hasn't reached that stratosphere. He might be able to get one All Star throughout the rest for the rest of his career, but I don't see him like just staying at that level. He'll play at that level though. Like Jamal Murray has played at an All Star level his whole
Mhm.
career. Just got his first one. Garland could be in that same type of boat.
Do you think the Clippers, Kawhi and Darius Garland should be the duo for the future, or should they start building around Darius Garland instead of Kawhi and like have a plan after Kawhi? You know what I mean?
Um, I don't think Darius Garland is the future. If in terms of like star status, no. Kawhi, the way he's playing now, he might still have 4 or 5 years left
Yeah,
of being, the franchise. Um, I wouldn't necessarily build around Darius Garland, but I would allow Darius Garland to be a part of the process, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So I don't think you can win a championship, nor can you compete for a championship if he's your best player. So you'll always need somebody a little bit better than him on the team, and he can help to contribute to winning, but he is never going to be the best player on a championship winning team
yeah.
ever.
Maybe like at what's the highest point? Maybe a 2 or a 3.
Two or
As a 3,
three,
3 would be nice.
second and third best player on the team, he can win a championship. Like if you flip out Darius Garland and De'Aaron Fox, like if you flip those guys out, I'm not saying the Spurs will win the championship, but I could see that they have a window because he is the second or third best player on the team. If he was the best player on the team, like he was with the Cavs, he probably won't make the playoffs.
Mm.
And this is
It,
before D Mitch got there, by the way. I'm
it's
referring
interesting,
to.
yeah. So with the Clippers, if they get a big man in the mix, because you don't want to get another like guard or forward to like
Yeah,
form a big three. I think you get an elite big man. Maybe is this crazy? Is Giannis a potential guy to come to the Clippers and then win a championship with that three?
I don't know if they have enough to land Giannis, man. I don't think nobody wants a damn Jordan Miller or whatever his name is on the team and 3 first-round picks. Whoever gets Giannis, they're gonna have to give up a star caliber player, star
Yeah.
caliber young player, which means that if the Clippers want a Giannis, Garland 100% would have to be in that. Mather would have to be in that. Like
Mm.
it's no questions.
Too much to give up, yeah.
Yeah,
But
too much.
moving on to a former Clipper, Paul George. I think my hot take, my thought is I think he's the biggest X factor of the playoffs. If Paul George could be
Mm,
a 20 points per game scorer for the Sixers, that adds another dimension to this team. As VJ is going to give you 15, Maxi and Embiid, that's as good as a 1-2 punch as you could get,
yeah.
especially in the East. I don't think there's maybe Tatum. I mean, he's not 100% really yet. Tatum and Brown, that's the only two that I would take over Maxi and Embiid. So I mean, the Sixers team is set up to win a chip if Paul George is anything of what he's been as of late. Coming into the season, I would have took anything Paul George gave me. Pause.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anything?
Any type of production, I mean.
Ooh, say he would take anything. No, I agree with you. I don't know if I would have him as like the biggest X factor, but he is definitely the X factor of that team because you know what you're getting from Joel, you know
Mhm.
what you're getting from Maxi, but you don't know what you're getting from Paul George. So um, that's something that they definitely are going to have to lean on in the playoffs, especially since like they're gonna have to see like a really good team in the first round. Like they're gonna see either the
The Knicks
Celtics,
or
the
yeah.
Knicks, or the Cavs. Like they're gonna see one of those top tier teams in the first round. So they're gonna have to come with it. They really are.
If I'm them, I don't want to see the Celtics. That's the only team I don't want to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I don't think nobody wants to see the Celtics. The Celtics are my favorite to come out the East right now. And then my sleeper team coming out the East is Toronto. Sleepers. They're not gonna do it, but if I had to pick a sleeper, that'd be my sleeper.
Brandon Ingram masterclass in the playoffs.
Scotty Barnes, man. Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes
Clamping.
is a dog. Yeah.
They ain't got no
I,
chance. I'm just talking.
I like the discourse though. I like that. I like that. Uh,
Just trying to get snapped on in the comments.
moving on to one final question before the Bulls. Who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year? Flag or Khan? In my opinion, Khan should win it. His team's
Yeah.
going to the playoffs, and he's a big reason for that. Flag, I know, just dropped 50, had 36 or 46 against the Lakers, no?
45, 45.
So
First rookie to do that
and he
since
has a
like Allen
popular
Iverson.
yeah, and he has a popularity and, he's, that guy that was, picked soon as he was drafted, soon as he was at Duke to be rookie of the year damn near. So, who would you
Yeah.
give it to?
In my opinion, when we're talking about rookie of the year, I personally would give it to Kon Knuppel
Me too.
simply because Kon Knuppel, nobody picked him to have a chance to win it, for one. For two, Kon Knuppel is supposed to be the fourth, fifth best player on his team, sixth best player on his team. He's arguably been their best player all season,
Yeah.
averaging like 19
Most
points a
consistent.
game. Most consistent guy. He's leading the league in 3-point makes this year. And this is a league that it's a lot of people that shoot threes. Nobody picked Kon Knuppel to do that. He's leading the league in 3-point makes this year. We know if Steph was healthy, it probably wouldn't happen, but that's neither here nor there. He's contributing to winning on a playoff team. The team is not his. The team is LaMelo's. The team is Brandon Miller's. The team is Miles Bridges, guys that have been drafted ahead
Yeah.
of him to take the franchise, okay? He is outshining all of those guys when there were no expectations. Whereas Cooper Flag having a hell of a rookie season, he was given the keys on the first day. Here you go.
Yeah.
Take the keys. Do
Point
what you
guard.
want. Take as many shots as you want. Dominate the game however you want. And the fact that their stats are similar, I would give it to the guy that's contributing to playoff winning versus the guy that literally has the keys and can do whatever he wants, and the stats are very similar.
Yeah, and it's like who is Flag competing with? PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, Clay. I mean, Khan has to compete with LaMelo. Brandon Miller's averaging 20. Everybody's eating on the team, and he's still, as a rookie, averaging 19 a game, breaking records. And his impact has gone further. It's really changed this Hornets team around. He's added that wrinkle. He's made them a lethal 3-point shooting team. The gravity that he draws, like the play. Nobody expected this either. Like, I mean, we thought he was going to be a good player. The Hornets, drafted him early, but nobody expected rookie of the year type of conversation, being the second best guy, being better. I mean, Flag just started picking it up too as of late. Before his crazy run after the All-Star, after he came back from injury, Khan was running away with this shit. So I think if we're being fair, if we're, choosing the best person overall, I think we're going Khan. I think he gets it. My question to you is, who do you think has a better career when it's all said and done?
Cooper Flag is going to have a better career. There's no question about that. Cooper Flag, he has the keys to the franchise. Like,
That's true.
they're going to build around Cooper Flag. Everything that they do for that organization for the next 10 to 15 years is going to be centered around Cooper Flag.
Mhm.
The Hornets are not necessarily building around Kon Knuppel in the future. They have a really good team, and this team that they have now, they're probably just going to keep them together and just go at it a few times. If I had to guess, maybe add a piece here and there.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag got the keys. He's going to be the face of the league, him and Wemby. So, yeah, Cooper Flag.
I fuck with Flag too. He low-key got a little
He,
in him, pause.
he come to the barbecue.
And he's with
Get a plate.
authority down the paint. He's a
He
menace.
get a plate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like how he plays. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Flag's gonna be the better player long term, but this season Khan's been better. Finishing with the Chicago Bulls. Some big news happened. They fired the brother. AK is out. Is it time to celebrate with these two guys gone?
No, it's not time to celebrate because if you're a
They're
Bulls fan, you got a long way to go.
yeah,
Celebrating today, you're going to have trouble sleeping the next 5 years. The Bulls are far away from even rebuild. Like, they haven't even got to rebuild mode yet.
which is
You know how long
crazy.
it takes to rebuild? It takes years to rebuild. OKC was bad for 5 years, 6 years. The Spurs was bad for however many years. Detroit was bad for
A
10
lot.
years.
Yeah, Wizards.
The Wizards have been bad. So, like, it takes time to rebuild. the only way that the Bulls can avoid like that long rebuilding process is if one, they get a big time free agent, two, they trade for a big time player, or three, they knock it out the park in the draft and get like a couple of decent rookies over the next couple of years. Um, so they got a long way to go. I would not celebrate yet until we see who gets hired. Depending on who gets hired, then you can say, okay, this guy is known. He's done this, this, and this. Like we got something to look forward to. Right now, you don't have nothing to look forward to yet.
In your opinion, do you think keeping Donovan is a mistake?
You know, it's hard to say yes or no. Personally, I'm gonna say no. It's not a mistake, and the reason why I would tell you is because give me the best coach to ever coach basketball ever. I don't care if it's AAU, high school, NBA, Bill Belichick. I don't care who you say. If you put them on the Bulls team, how many wins do they get with that team?
Team's cheeks.
The team is not good. The team is not constructed good. The team was not set up for success in the future either.
Mhm.
No, Billy Donovan is not the best coach in the world, but I promise you, no coach could have coached this team to the playoffs or to play in. Like this team is historically bad for a Bulls team.
And when he had a good roster, first seed in the East, which is crazy to see for the Bulls,
And then Lonzo
till
got hurt.
till it went all down in flames. So AK took some big swings, but I think he went for the rebuild too late. You lost all the possible assets you could have accumulated. The Knicks were going to give us first round picks, RJ Barrett for Zach LaVine. We ended up sending him to Sacramento to die. Damn near him. Kobe White got fleeced in that deal. He's tearing it up with the Hornets. I like the Rob Dillingham, Leonard Mill. I liked Rob Dillingham as a prospect, but
And Jay
you haven't,
92.
bro.
We got fleeced in that trade too, huh?
Every trade, yeah, Jaden Ivey trade was definitely a fleece.
They was like, all right, this your last straw, man. You're
And
not righteous enough.
no, he's not. He was out there acting crazy, and you know, people want to go on a tangent about him getting fired, getting canned for being a Christian and stuff. That's not the case. Bro is not mentally right.
Dude is
He's
tweaking.
cooked.
Dude is tripping. Dude is tripping. You're not righteous.
CTE.
You're not righteous.
But yeah, so just everything that's happened with the Bulls has been a disaster. Think this is a step in the right direction, but you still got Buddy, the owner. You still got some moves to make. Do you still feel hopeful with Giddy and Buzelis though? I know
I
Buzelis is our
like
guy.
Giddy. I like Giddy. I like Buzelis. Can you win a championship with Giddy and Buzelis as your best two players?
No.
You can barely win a game. Um, I do like Giddy as a point guard. Like he's an all around good player, but the Bulls need they need Patrick Williams out of there.
Yeah. He's detrimental to the team
They
too.
need you gotta get Patrick Williams. I seen a tweet, they was like, I saw Patrick Williams saying something about talking with Jaden Ivey about something. Like, let's get him out of there too, like cut him too. I overheard him talking with Jaden Ivey, saying you wasn't
uh,
righteous.
That's hilarious. Nah, he's been overdue. The contract, I liked it at the beginning, but he's been terrible, unplayable damn near. We added Buddy from the Timberwolves, Leonard Miller. He's been better than Patrick Williams has ever been in his career. Sad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Look, Giddy's great. Giddy's a really good player. Buzelis will mold into a good player. They are not good
No,
enough right now.
no.
They need some time. They need some free agents. They need some draft picks. They need a
Number
reset.
one pick. Need the number one pick.
You ain't getting that.
It could be time. It could be our time, bro. That
It could be. I mean, it's a lottery, so
Adam Silver wants to save Chicago. But I saw a report Bob Myers and Mike Dunleavy could be the two additions as the Bulls add to replace the two guys they just fired. Thoughts on that? Just a final question.
Bob Myers built the Warriors, helped build the Commanders as well. He's a great basketball mind.
I
So
trust,
the
bro.
Bull, I think Bulls fans should be happy and excited if he steps in. I mean, he drafted Steph, he drafted Clay, he drafted Draymond, he acquired KD. Um, he built a dynasty. He built the last dynasty that we really have seen in the NBA until OKC wins another chip. They're not technically a dynasty yet. So yeah.
I would trust Bob Myers. He has an eye for talent. I think that's somebody that would be an upgrade over what we had. Mike Dunleavy, even I know he's made some questionable decisions as the main guy, but if we're looking him and Bob Myers as a duo, I trust that a lot more than Dunleavy just running things by himself. So that's a good direction for the Bulls. I'm not all the way out on Billy Donovan. I think if you give him a good roster, he's a serviceable coach. Just had some questions about his development a little bit at times, playing Buzelis like 20 minutes, taking him out of the game and shit. Um, don't understand that, but hopefully things get better for the Bulls. This is like Chicago needs better from this team.
Absolutely.
At least we got the Bears, but that's all we got for the show today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe on the 6 Man Blitz channel. Follow us on social medias. Check out the Chi-Town Blitz channel as well. Like and subscribe on that, and follow us on all those social medias. Stay up to date with us. We got some great NBA content coming out. We're going to be following the playoffs all along. Lakers, whoever comes out on top, we'll be breaking it down game by game, all that for you guys. But thank you guys for watching. As always, peace.
Peace.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.